The Louisiana Hot Air Balloon Championship is going to be on the 27th through the 29th. We have morning and afternoon sessions. We have about 50 hot air balloon pilots coming out that's going to compete in a competition. This year we're actually authorized by the Ballooning Federation of America, BFA, to hold their statewide competition for the state of Louisiana. And so each pilot that comes will earn points that get them to a national competition. And so they'll be competing against, basically they'll come here in the morning, they'll have morning flights. The morning flights are usually between, they'll take off probably from the field about 7 o'clock, and they'll fly. They'll designate a target to be designated that day. They try to hit their target with some little bean bags. They each got bean bags they throw out and try to hit the target. The one closest to the target gets the most points for that target, and then we add up all the points for the weekend, and to get a champion for that weekend. So there'll be morning flights, there'll be afternoon flights on Friday, Saturday, and then last flight is on Sunday morning.
For people that don't know much about hot air ballooning, can you tell us a little bit about what goes into the mechanics and everything?
Sure. From a pilot standpoint, you've got to get a license, and you're certified by the FAA. We take classes, we take instruction from a certified instructor, and then we have to pass a physical, a practical, and a written exam. And we have to be recertified every couple of years by a certified instructor that kind of puts us through the paces to make sure that we're still okay to fly and that kind of stuff. So that's where that comes in. And then where the balloon comes in, the balloons can range anywhere. There are smaller balloons and there are huge balloons. Some of them that can only take two or three people in it at a time, where there are these huge ride balloons that take up to 15, 20 people at a time. Those are huge, and they require a lot of people. But for a balloon the size that I have, I take like about 2 people with me on a ride, and a crew that helps me out, probably about 4, 5 people, that we can get it up and going in about 15 minutes. And so the mechanics of it, what we do is we set the balloon out, we lay it out on the ground on its side, and we lay the basket over on its side, and then we have what we call as an inflator fan, and what most people would consider is what the firemen use when they use these bits. It's an engine-powered fan. And so we inflate the balloon, and we call it cold inflating. And so once you cold inflate the balloon, once it's what we call packed, it's full, then we put heat to it. And once we put heat to it, it starts to stand up. After that happens, then once we get ready to get off the ground, then we put as much heat into it as we possibly can. And what happens is that you go up, and you kind of have a sense of how much you have to burn. People ask me, how do you know when you have to burn? Well, it's sort of like you driving your car. You know when you have to, do gas, when you have to press on the gas, or when you have to put your brakes on. So that's kind of how it is. You get a second sense of how it is. And of course, we watch the weather very, very carefully. It's extremely important for us to watch the weather, so that we know when it's a good time to fly and not, to put us in a precarious situation. But it's really, really lots of fun. It truly is.
This is Lamar Dixon Expo Center. It's the fields in the back of Lamar Dixon. Basically, we have about 150 acres that we're going to be putting balloons on. It's a nice acreage. It's real family oriented. We try to keep the festival family oriented. You'll see things to do for the kids, like we have an inflatables village. That's a lot of inflatables. Pay one price per session, and they can stay there the whole session. Then you also have some kids face painting put on by the River Region Art Association. And then, like I said, I think we got everything on a stick. Any kind of food that can be on a stick is going to be on a stick. And then we have gator, shrimp, steak, chicken. That's real popular this year. So at our festival, so that's what the vendors want to do. So I've seen the menu; it looks really good. We have somebody coming that's going to do funnel cakes, and they have like 12 toppings for a funnel cake. I didn't even know there was toppings on a funnel cake, so I'd like to see that this year. This year we decided to do DJ competition. We're trying to get some DJs. In a balloon festival, it's a little unique. it's kind of hard having bands when you're trying to interrupt the bands to talk about what's going on in the field. So what we decided this year is to try out some DJs and see if they can pump up the crowd with what's going on here in the field, on the field. And so once each DJ has about an hour to interact with the crowd and everything, and we're going to put their information up on our Facebook page, and then people can vote on that DJ if they like that DJ or not on our Facebook page, and then we'll have a little competition that way with the DJs. So I think it's going to be some interesting music, throughout the whole festival. So
we have a new branding and a new website called Ascension.com, and we welcome you to go on the site to see everything that we have. You can find everything that's going on in our parish. You can sign up for our monthly newsletter there to receive all of the information about what's coming every month, to all the wonderful events and festivals and reasons why to visit Ascension Parish. We have many wonderful festivals, including the Louisiana Hot Air Balloon Championship Festival, which we welcome everyone to come. At the end of September, we're having the festival at Lamar-Dixon Expo Center. It's right off of the interstate, off of the Gonzales exit. You can also exit off of the Prairieville exit to get to this facility as well. It's basically across from the Tanger Outlet Mall. We welcome everyone to come in their RVs. You can come and stay in any of the hotels we have, many hotels. We have bed and breakfasts as well if you'd like to stay there. And it would be just a wonderful weekend to be able to come and stay here and visit the balloon festival, see the flights happening every morning. There's balloon glows, there's fireworks. We have many choices of wonderful food, of course. Lots of restaurants to visit. And there's plenty of other things to do in our parish while you're here. If you want to visit a plantation home, we have two wonderful plantation homes, Bocage and Homa's House, just minutes away from the festival. We have shopping, of course. There's Cabela's, 165,000 square foot Outfitters showroom. We have over 95 stores at Tanger Outlet Mall. So just about anything for everyone is here.
Tell us about hot air ballooning and what it's like to be a pilot.
Hot air ballooning is probably the best sport around for meeting people, and it's a good family sport. You can have older folks and grandchildren, anybody involved in it that'll come along. And one of my favorite things is getting to meet people from all over the world. And I have forged long-term friendships from hot air ballooning. Friends that'll never go away. They'll be my friends for life. So to me, that's my favorite part of it, is meeting the folks that participate.
What would you tell people that are traveling here from outside the region? Why should they come?
They should come because of a couple of things. We're going to be one of the biggest balloon festivals in this area, with the number of balloons that we have and the number of people that we have. We have some really good facilities here. Lamar-Dixon has close to 200 RV spots. So if you have an RV, you can come park right here in the action, here at the field. The other thing is it's a good place to come just to have a weekend event.
Tell us about this particular festival and why you participate.
Reason I participate is because of the people here. There is not another event that you can go to that people come and they will offer you food. They'll say, stop by and have breakfast. Actually, a few years ago, when I was flying in this area, we landed in somebody's yard and we wound up staying, and they barbecued for us. So last year in the event, which was really, really neat, I landed in a spot, and this lady came up to me, and her adult daughter was with her, and her grandchild was with her. And they had, years ago when the event was here, they used to follow the balloons around. And her mom, the daughter said, Mom used to take us and put us in the van, get us chocolate milk and powdered donuts, and we would ride all over chasing balloons. I actually years ago had two ladies in a van that were following me, and they had a sheet. And they had the sheet, and they would wave it so that I could land there, because the sign here, and this is not done anywhere else in the United States, is that the locals lay out sheets for you to land. It's a welcoming sign for you to land on their property. So it's really, really great to be here.
And if people wanted more information, where can they get that?
You can go to www.ascensionballooning.com. And that's our website. It also links you to our Facebook page. Most of our Facebook page has the current information. So a lot of times if people are looking for information up to date on there, they can go to that, and we have the Facebook feed on there, or subscribe to our Facebook feed. If we're not flying, or if we are flying, all that information is put on the Facebook that morning after our pilot briefings. We have pilot briefings before every flight, and so we'll have everybody notified whether they're going to fly, because all our activities are weather dependent. If there's strong winds, or if there's a storm in the area, there's a good possibility we can't fly, but we will inflate things. Something new that we're doing this year is all the morning activities and the afternoon activities are here at the field. Okay, so if you come to the Lamar-Dixon field, you will see some balloons. Another thing that we're doing this year is we have about 9 shaped balloons coming, and so each morning different shaped balloons, and we'll inflate on the field for the kids to see in the morning. So once the balloons have lifted off the field in the morning for competition, have everybody hang around and you'll see some shaped balloons. And a lot of times, if you don't know what a shaped balloon is, a shaped balloon is actually in the shape of some kind of object. Like last year we had the eagle, and it was a 120-foot high eagle that was inflated, and that one's coming back again this year. We have something called a purple people eater. We have a Pepe Le Pew skunk head coming. We have a big sunshine coming. We have some other ones in the work that we're waiting to hear from. So we're gonna have some different shaped balloons coming. I think the football and the soccer ball are coming also. So it's gonna be a really good event if you want to see some shaped balloons.
For people who don't know what a balloon glow is what we do is we take the balloons and we inflate them on the site. We'll have them here on the site, and you'll probably have 30 to 40 balloons inflating after dark. And there's kind of a little ceremonial type of thing where we have an announcer that'll do what we call Twinkle Burns, and the pilots burn balloons. So they're these huge, gigantic, look like colored light bulbs that are all over, and the people just love it. They really do, but because this event is, as we said, very family friendly, they allow the crowd to walk through with the balloons. And like last year, I had tons of people that came up to me, and we'd put their kids in the basket and take pictures with the children, and it was really, really lots of fun. So if you've never seen a balloon glow, you're missing a whole lot, because it's really gorgeous, very pretty.
This is a family-friendly event, would you say?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. As I said before, the sport is a family sport. We have kids. I've had some children that they're put in a car seat. They're barely 6 months old, and they're crewing with the family, so it's definitely a family event.
Go to our website. Is probably the best site to catch all the information at www.tourascension.com. We have links to the festivals. All of the Balloon Festival link is there as well. Information about Lamar-Dixon and all of the events that are happening there too are all there, located on our website.
We've got lots of balloons that are going to be here, and I think more so they're going to be special shapes, and there are going to be a lot of family events, family things that'll happen during the day, and those kinds of things. So yeah, it's a great event.